Closed captioning for Hello ENC is sponsored by Hearing Life.
Hello, ENC.
Hey. Livin', lovin' local.
Oh.
Hey.
Hi.
Lifestyle.
With your host, Megan, and fashionista, Ciara.
Let's get a sound check.
And now, Hello ENC.
Let's go.
Welcome to Hello ENC. I'm your host, Megan Mamlock. Hope you're having a nice Thursday. We have a ton of fun things to get to today, like what our favorite podcasts are this week that helps the day fly by, and a couple of nerds where we'll discover a superhero that is an inspiration to plus-size cosplayers.
Carrie Miller of C. Winston Designs has always been creative, but found herself nurturing her talents during the pandemic to help support her family. She watched YouTube videos of Liz Fenwick and scrolled through Pinterest a dozen times, and one day just went for it. Carrie believes if she can create, then so can you.
Hey, it's C. Welcome to Art Scene. I have a very special artist with me today, Carrie Miller of C. Winston Designs. Hey Carrie, how's it going?
Great, really great.
Awesome. So I see that you have your art table here. We are in your studio.
Yes, my kingdom.
Yes. And I love it too because you have like everything that you need in here, right?
Yes, absolutely. All the things.
That's awesome. So you're a mom of 3 and I'm sure that you're very busy.
Yes.
But you enjoy handcrafting and you make your home decor, right?
Yes, I do. So that started when I was just like, wow, I am not going to pay $65 for that because I think I can do that myself.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
DIY, right?
Yes. So I tried and there was a couple successes I had and people liked the gifts I was giving them. So I was like, oh, I think I'm going to do this. The more personalized you can make something, the more heartfelt it seems. And that's kind of the whole point of gifting, is letting someone know that they're special by noticing things that they love.
So Carrie, you have made some things in your studio for home decor. What have you made in here?
So this is a fun one to talk about. This is a fun example. It's like an upcycled picture from Hobby Lobby, like I mentioned before. This is just some peel and stick wallpaper. And then these were actually little home decor embellishments from Dollar Tree. So I just kind of hand painted everything and assembled it. I definitely like sort of the boho farmhouse look. This is just a wreath form and I like a lot of texture. So this I used 3 different kinds of rope.
How did you weave that in together? Did you do it by hand or did you do use a tool with it?
I just did it by hand. So there's 3 prongs on this and I just wove each thing under, above, under, above, under, above. And I did a few different patterns to see which one I liked best.
And then you have like your earrings right here.
Yeah, here's a little display of my earrings, and this little fun box is one I made, just an unfinished wood box.
Get fashion forward with me, C. Join me on Fridays at 12:30 for the hottest styles and latest trends. Is zebra, snake, and cheetah?
Yeah.
Time to go try these on. Only on Hello ENC.
Get your adrenaline pumping with Get After It on Hello ENC. From burning rubber in stock cars to extreme axe-sighting hatchet throwing, weekdays at 12:30 on Eastern North Carolina's CW.
Happy place to Mom Madness. Dish on all things motherhood, health and fitness, dreaming big, and so much more. The NGQ Podcast. Listen now on WNCT.com. New episodes on Fridays.
Everyone here at WNCT is so eager to come into work and so eager to tell their stories to help the community. I mean, we do so many things in the community, and WNCT is just a really special place. We have great people here working hard every day to tell stories that need to be heard. I just love telling stories. I love coming to the anchor desk every day. I love coming into the newsroom every day because it's something new. There's a new story every day to tell, and there's a new story that we have to get out to viewers. What does it mean to live in ENC? Great people, good food, and a beautiful coast. Eastern North Carolina is just all about community. I've met some of the nicest people I have ever met in my life here in Eastern North Carolina, and that's really what drove me to come to ENC. WNCT 9 on your side on Eastern North Carolina CW is here to give you real stories.
WNCT 9 News at 10 on Eastern North Carolina's CW.
Up next, Carrie will show us how she makes her own earrings on Hello ENC.
Coming up next, our couple of nerds, Ashley and Ryan, talk about superhero Faith, who has inspired plus-size cosplayers around the world. Hello ENC will be back in 2 minutes.
Welcome back, it's C, and I'm at C Winston Design Studio. And before the break, you got to hear Carrie Miller's inspiring creative journey of how she became an artist. So Carrie, what are we going to be making today?
We are going to make some earrings. So I'm going to talk you through the whole process. So the first thing we're going to do is I work with these little wood pieces here. I found these, I believe, at Michael's in a huge bag. You could get them off Amazon. It's just a little thin piece of wood, but I love working with this medium. So in order to get the design that I want on here, I found a beautiful napkin.
Wow, that's pretty.
Right? Also, tissue paper is a great choice. Scrapbooking paper is a great choice. I've even done this with wrapping paper before. So the first thing we're going to do is decide where we want the design, what part of this we want the design on.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. I'll choose this. I'm going to trace around it. And then I want to have sort of cohesive colors. So we'll go up here and make sure I get some of the pink in there as well. Cut it out. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to get those shapes cut out. Make sure I like the placement. I would like it to be a little bit different because I don't like things to be too super matchy-matchy, but I definitely want the colors to be cohesive. Someone's going to be choosing to wear these with an outfit. So we want to make sure there's continuity there with the design. So cut those out. It does not have to be perfect. I'll show you why when we get to that step.
All right.
Cut out from here as well. So the next thing I'm going to do, we'll get our scraps out of the way, is I'm going to use some Mod Podge, which you can find.
Mod Podge. I love the name.
You can find this just about any craft store, even at the Dollar Tree. Turn her on. Just like that.
That's like the smallest vacuum I've ever seen in my life.
Trusty friend. And one trick that you need to remember when you're working with material like tissue paper and a napkin is you want it to be as thin as possible. So you want to peel back and get that underneath layer off.
Wow, that is so cool. So how long does it usually take for it to dry? For like a pair to dry?
If I didn't have a dryer, it would take probably an hour. But using this, it'll take maybe 5 minutes of me holding it. Yep, right. And then we are finished. There you have it.
Wow, that is so pretty.
There you go.
I just want to show the pieces.
Yes, ma'am.
Check out these earrings, guys.
Hello ENC, weekdays at 12:30 on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Get fashion forward with me, C, only on Hello ENC.
Hello, hello, hello. Dreaming just awake to a beautiful light, yeah. Hello, hello, hello. 9 to 5 during the day, but a star by night, yeah. Hello, hello, hello.
Greetings, comic enthusiasts. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Ryan.
And together we are Couple of Nerds. This week's comic is one of my new favorites, Faith.
For today's comic, I'm going to get a little personal here. When I was a newbie nerd and going into the cosplay world, I noticed there were absolutely no plus-size superheroes. None. I thought that was just how it was always going to be.
Until I showed her this comic, Faith, the first plus-size superhero.
Not to be confused with the Buffy the Vampire series that is also named Faith, or Angel and Faith. Just Faith. I love this comic. Faith is about Faith Herbert, a plus-size, fantasy-loving, comic book reading, sci-fi adoring nerd who's had the power of flight unlocked in her, making her a superhero known as Zephyr.
It's like this comic book was made for you.
It was made for everyone just like me. She first appeared in the first edition of the Harbinger series from Valiant Comics in January of 1992. She later gained popularity and got her first solo limited series in April of 2016. Then, an ongoing series that ran from then till June 2017. I really love this character and comic series. Each issue has different cover art too, which makes them very collectible. The artwork is just gorgeous, and the concept just makes my heart happy. It shows that being different is beautiful, and the real superpower is believing in and loving yourself, which is a great message to give out to all the plus-size nerds out there.
She seems to have really inspired you.
Absolutely! I love her joy and zest for life. She doesn't let being plus-sized be what defines her. It's her actions and her personality. She's beautiful, kind, and just a wonderful person to look up to. She isn't perfect, but the best heroes never are.
If this comic sounds like something you want to read or give to a blooming nerd or geek, you can buy it from our sponsors, Blue Ox Games.
Next on Hello E&C, a deal you won't want to miss. Be Our Guest wants to help you save money while having a delicious dining experience. This is Hello E&C, and we want you to be our guests as we help you save some money along the way and enjoy a delicious dining experience at Carolina Oyster House. Make sure to go to beourguestenc.com to register for your $50 voucher for just $25. And make sure to get them today because they are going to sell out fast. We're here with Ahmad, the owner of Carolina Oyster House in Greenville. So what do we have on the table today that you want people to know about?
Hey Megan, here at Carolina Oyster House, we do have the holly crab dish, shrimp and grits and mussels dish, the breakfast sandwich right there as well. We do have the oysters, fried oysters, mahi nuggets, and some mixed drinks for you guys. That's our signature drinks.
I love it. You brought the coast to the inland. And
exactly, yeah.
You don't miss a beat. Everything smells delicious. It looks amazing too. What would you say are you most excited for people to try when they come here for their first time?
We worked really hard to come out with the best dishes we can. The shrimp and grits, we add in mussels to it. A lot of customers asking for more mussels. We're doing this as a Charleston style.
Yep.
It's really good.
Sticking with the Carolina
Yeah,
aspect.
sticking with the Carolina because
Yep.
we're doing South North Carolina. Holly crab is really good. That's a seasonal dish. Actually, you cannot get it all year round. It comes with a soft shell, so you could eat it with a shell or you just can get the meat out of it.
So there's so many opportunities to come in.
Yeah.
You got brunch, you got happy hour, you got
Yeah,
lunch, and you
everything.
got dinner.
Yeah.
So let's talk about brunch. So these chicken and waffles are such a unique take and such
It
interesting
is.
flavors.
Yeah, we do the red velvet waffle. We're the only people who's doing it in town, like the only business or restaurant doing it in town. Chicken and waffle,
Yep.
but the chicken doesn't have any bones, it's boneless. We fillet it, we fry it just like you see it.
Makes it so easy. You can literally just dig
Yeah,
right into the
yeah.
waffles and the chicken at the same
Yeah.
time. No mess, no fuss.
Oh, you don't have to make your hands greasy. Yeah,
And we
it's
can't
unique.
talk about food without talking about beverages. So these look divine. This is a classic Bloody Mary, but you guys kind of have a twist to it.
Our special recipe to it, we added raw oysters to it. We're trying to be different. We don't want to put the big cluster of the crab legs or the lobster tails, anything like that. So we're just making it like very simple with the oysters. Our signature, we call it Carolina Breeze. I named it Carolina Breeze. It's made out of vodka and coconut.
Perfect for a summer day.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like, that's why we call it Carolina Breeze. So it's a summer drink, but we have it all year round.
Perfect.
We have the espresso martini as well.
You can't go wrong with an espresso martini.
Yeah, this one is doing really well here.
Well, make sure to register at beourguestenc.com to get your $50 voucher for just $25, and they're going to sell out fast because, as you can see, this food is amazing, so make sure to get your voucher today. Welcome to Two Peas in a Podcast, where C and I talk about what our favorite podcasts are for the week. And this week we're talking about the icons. So we have Dax Shepard, who's known in the actor world.
Yeah.
And we have Questlove, who is known in the musical world.
In the musical world.
Jinx.
So see, I know you're super passionate about Questlove. I only knew about him because I knew he was the band member on the Jimmy Fallon show. So that's how I got introduced to him. How did you get introduced to him?
Root. Megan, I love listening to Questlove Supreme. Like, I heard this new podcast with him and Terry Lynn Carrington.
Yep.
Terry Lynn Carrington, she's a drummer. She's also a drummer, just like Questlove is.
A jazz drummer, might I add.
A jazz drummer, yeah. She's a jazz head like me.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast is awesome because she humbly talks about her music career and how she got her start. Did you know that she was like 11 years old going to Berkeley University?
Yeah, so that was really cool. I didn't realize we kind of had a connection. She's from Massachusetts and I'm from Massachusetts. If
Yeah,
you
you guys
know.
are like from the same place.
Yeah, so it was cool because like you just said, she would go to Berkeley once a week and be, mentored by these amazing musicians.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of similar like us, like we're go-getters,
Yeah.
We fight for what we want. And she just, didn't back down. She always had so much confidence
So
going
much
in.
confidence.
And that just brought a lot more respect for her in the industry
Mm-hmm.
from her male counterparts because jazz, as I mentioned in the podcast, is a very male-dominated space, which I had never known about.
Yeah, it is.
And our other podcast is The Armchair Expert, which I personally love because
Why
Dax
is it
Shepard.
called The Armchair Expert?
Because they're sitting in an armchair. Like those lazy boys kind of?
But it's like hard to like picture it without like having like the video of them like sitting in the armchair because you're just listening to it. It was like, okay, what makes them an armchair expert? Are they going to talk about like armchairs? Oh my God, did you listen to the one with Bryan Cranston?
I love him.
I love him too from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember him as Hal.
So thanks for joining us on Two Peas in a Pod with C and I, and make sure to come back every week as we uncover a new podcast that you might want to have some easy listening to. Coming up tonight on the CW, we have Walker at 8 p.m. and The Flash at 9 p.m.
Look at that. When Beth Allen has a drill in her hands, I tell you right now. All right, Scott Milk here. Thanks for joining us, Beth. Best reviews time, and you're already drilling things. I love it.
I'm happy to be here. The drill is the most important tool in my toolbox. It's my favorite tool of all time.
That's a big statement coming from a DIY expert like you.
I'm telling you, there's so many things that you can do with this.
All right.
Now, obviously, we can drill holes, we can drive screws, but there are other things that we can do that will save us time, money, and stress.
I love it. Let's hear it. And I see you already got the brush loaded in there.
I do. I have the brush loaded. So what I have here is a standard drill. This is the DeWalt 20 volt. This is the #1 drill on thebestreviews.com.
Okay.
So we love this drill. This other one, this is our Black & Decker, and this is our best bang for the buck. But what I love, doesn't matter what drill you have, is that you can put an attachment on here and you turn it into a cleaning tool. How awesome is that?
Let's do it.
I have fibromyalgia, so a lot of scrubbing is really difficult to do. But you put this, you can clean your shower, you can clean your grout. How about the pool deck? How about the front steps, where the cement has gotten discolored? You pop that on there, and you can just get right to cleaning.
Hey.
Super
You're
easy.
giving people, significant others, a checklist of what they're going to clean next.
Yes,
I love it.
but don't give
it
as a women's holiday gift.
Not at
we
all.
don't
Never
want
that.
this as a
All right,
gift.
what other tools can we put in?
Next up is the garden auger. How awesome is this that you can actually get your plants planted neatly, evenly, and consistently for all of his annuals and for all of those bulbs for the spring.
It's good. You don't need the trowel. You just take your drill out back.
Yep, you just pop it onto your drill and there you go. And you can drill those holes.
All right.
Super easy to get that done. Now, when it comes to paint, I say stirred, not shaken.
Of course. Yes.
Okay. When you buy paint at the store, they shake it in the big machine.
That's right.
So it's all properly mixed and the pigmentation is set.
For sure.
But you bring it home, it sits for a day, a week, 6 months later, you try to
Or
do
longer, sorry.
Yeah, before you get around to it. And then the colors separate. You get out the big paint stirrer and it's not right. Put this on your drill and you're gonna fully mix all of the pigments so that your paint is the color you intended it
That's
to be.
really good.
It's super easy. Now, the other tool, which is so easy, is that you can sharpen your tools with your drill. You want to be the sharpest tool in the shed,
Well,
right?
I've wanted to for a long time, but sadly I don't think it's possible. But there's actually a tool you can use to do
Yes, it's a pumice stone that you put on the end of your drill, and you can sharpen scissors, chisels, your garden tools. I've even done my mower blades.
Oh my goodness, who knew the drill was so versatile?
People aren't what they seem. You're the new sheriff?
Is something rattling you? You seem awfully on edge. Your name?
My name is Abigail. Abigail Walker. My husband was killed.
Who killed him?
The new sheriff. I want you to help me kill him.
This is a risk I'm not willing to take. You are gonna get yourself killed.
He deserves to die for what he did.
Raise your glasses to the new Sheriff Tom Davidson.
I got big plans for this place.
No one knows who he really is.
Snakes shed their skin eventually.
You asked me if I was staying here for revenge or something else. Maybe it's justice, one way or another.
Coming up tomorrow on Hello ENC, Get After It helps us take out our frustrations in a rage room. Plus, we'll learn the right contour techniques to carve out our cheekbones on Fashion Forward. And Singing with C will have a special duet with an extraordinary singer. Make sure to join Hello ENC every weekday at 12:30 to be in the know of everything that is living, loving local in the East. See ya!
Closed captioning for Hello ENC is sponsored by Hearing Life.